A nauseating self-serving snooze fest, said another pundit. Well, that was me, actually. The guy who sues every publication he can think of for invading his privacy is now emailing America's #1 gossip magazine to give them all the inside lowdown on his 40th birthday.
Piers Morgan takes Meghan Markle and Prince Harry to task like never before. From their endless hypocrisy to their constant royal bashing while cashing in on those titles, Piers pulls no punches.
Viewer discretion is advised. This clip contains weapons-grade hypocrisy.
I wonder what would have happened to us had we not got out when we did.
Our security was being pulled. Everyone in the world knew where we were.
I said, we need to get out of here. We are on the Freedom Flight.
Meghan is as low-key as a neon sign in Times Square. These two love the spotlight and play the victim card whenever they get caught.
To see this institutional gaslighting.
I wasn't being thrown to the wolves, I was being fed to the wolves.
Harry talks about institutional gaslighting, but the only gaslight I see is the one flickering above their Netflix contract.
Institutional gaslighting, says Harry. Do you think he even knows what that means?
They were happy to lie to protect my brother. They were never willing to tell the truth to protect us.
They were happy to lie to protect my brother. Who? The royals? Me? The media? Who is it? The irony is earth-shattering, isn't it? Harry and Meghan are the Duke and Duchess of gaslighting themselves. The entire show is a cynical attempt to manipulate viewers into questioning their own recollections of reality. And if we learned anything at all from the first 3 hours of this $100 million wine-a-thon, it's surely that this dismal duo wouldn't know the truth if it smacked them around their smug chops. Let's look at their truth versus the actual truth.
Meghan Markle is the queen of contradictions who claims to crave privacy but can't stop airing her laundry to anyone with a camera. Every time she opens her mouth, there's another layer of hypocrisy. This is someone who spent years chasing the spotlight in Hollywood, and when she got a bigger stage as a royal, suddenly it's, poor me, the press is so mean. This is someone who's publicly trashed her own family, both sides. She has a father who, despite all his flaws, helped her get where she is, and she cuts him off like a loose thread. Her half-siblings, her niece, and anyone who doesn't fit her picture-perfect image are tossed aside, and yet she wants us to believe that the royal family is the problem?
How do we explain that this half-sister isn't invited to the wedding, but that the half-sister's daughter is? And so, with Ashley, the guidance at the time was to not have her come to our wedding.
Yeah, that was a lie. Impeccably placed royal sources told the Sunday Times no such guidance was ever given. And that was supposed to be the show's big example of how Meghan really cares very deeply about her family. So deeply that only one member of that family was at the wedding, her mother. Not even her favourite little niece, Ashley. Meghan also sees she got no advice on royal protocol, forcing her to learn how to be a princess all on her own.
Joining this family, I knew that there was a protocol for how things were done. There's no class and some person who goes sit like this, cross your legs like this, use this fork, don't do this, curtsy then, wear this kind of hat. Doesn't happen.
Another lie. And by the way, Meghan, if you don't like me calling you a liar, just sue me and we'll go through all this in court. The Sunday Times discovered she was actually handed a 30-point dossier, studiously researched, brimming with information and contacts.
Meghan and Harry play fast and loose with facts, expecting no one to check them. But when people like Piers start digging in, the whole thing unravels.
Meghan later simpers that she never wore bright colours to show respect, because she's all about respect.
So I was like, well, what's a color that they'll probably never wear? Camel, beige, white. So I wore a lot of muted tones, but it also was so I could just blend in. Like, I'm not trying to stand out here.
No, the last thing Meghan Markle would ever want to do is stand out. But it's all another lie. Photos taken by the evil, bigoted British press show her wearing pretty much every colour in the rainbow. Ignored even the story of their romance and engagement. Turns out to have been a series of whoppers. They told the BBC in 2017 they were set up by a mutual friend on a blind date. They told Netflix they met on Instagram. And what about Harry's modest proposal in their humble cottage kitchen?
It happened a few weeks ago, earlier this month, here at our cottage. Just a standard, typical night for us.
It's a cozy night. What were we doing? Just roasting chicken and
Roasting
having
a chicken. Trying to roast a chicken.
Trying to roast a chicken, and it was just just an amazing surprise. It was so sweet.
Meghan's claim that they'd been secretly married by the Archbishop of Canterbury in their garden 3 days before the big televised wedding, which also turned out not just to be untrue, but had it been true, would have led to the Archbishop of Canterbury being incarcerated in prison.
Look, Meghan can't keep pretending to be this wronged woman while cashing in at every turn. She says she's been silenced, but no one's been more vocal than her. She's made millions off the very system she claims oppressed her. If that's oppression, where do I sign up? People aren't fools. We see through the carefully crafted persona, and we're over the charade. You can't cry victim from your multi-million-dollar mansion in California and expect sympathy from people working 9 to 5 to pay their bills.
No, I'm told on very good authority, I won't say who told me this, that there are the vast majority now of the royal family, almost all of them, almost without exception, don't want to have anything to do with Meghan and Harry because they don't trust them not to repeat what they tell them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you as a fact.
Let's go back to the question, which was about Harry and Meghan being able to earn money. My memory of Harry leaving is very different from yours, Tom. My memory of Harry and Meghan leaving was that Harry had asked if he could do certain things and stay as a member of the royal family. And I understand that he was not able to stay as a member of the royal family and do those things.
You're not unique to you. Everyone knows that.
So he had to leave.
He didn't have to leave.
Yes,
he did not have to leave.
He could have stayed and done his duty.
He could have stayed and done his duty.
He didn't.
Which is, by the way, what goes with the royal title.
So that he didn't feel that Meghan was safe. So he had to leave.
That's nonsense.
And when he made the decision to leave, and Tom, with respect, I allowed you to speak, and you are now
She was literally in downtown Bogota last month.
I'll wait for you to finish.
Not safe to come to the UK, but fine to go to Colombia.
I'll wait for you to finish.
Do me a favour.
Well, I didn't see the paparazzi hounding her in Colombia or in Nigeria.
Where do you think the pictures
She also
came
went
from?
to Nigeria. Are you mocking Colombia and Nigeria?
Tell me what I'm mocking. The fact that they think they're entitled to do rival royal tours, which only promote them when they do zero royal duty
My understanding
for the
was
monarchy
Nigeria was about Invictus.
on behalf of this country. Nothing.
And that's why
it's
they were
all for
invited
themselves.
to
It's
go.
all for themselves.
But coming back to the money point, because I think this is really important, because you hear this all the time. So he left his family, as many people do in difficult circumstances.
Yeah.
They make the decision to leave their family.
No problem.
What do you expect him to do to
Not
earn
trade on-
money?
not
Not trade off the institution he trashes.
Money.
Yes.
He
Not
is
trade off the institution
on the contrary,
he trashes.
On the
They
contrary,
damage the
he's
monarchy.
talking-
Every time they do something, they damage the monarchy. And yet they want to, at the same
So
time,
you give him
trade
the
off
power,
the royal titles.
You're giving him the power to say that he
I would
has
take away
damaged
their power.
the-
I would remove their titles.
No, if you allow
If
me
I
to
was King
finish-
Charles, take the titles away. Try your luck as Harry and Meghan, regular Joes.
What is the
But the Duke and
damage-
Duchess of Sussex,
what is
members of the royal
damage
family,
that you are
no.
saying that he has done to the
Lied
royal
and
family?
lied and lied from Oprah Winfrey
No,
onwards.
I'm not saying
For
what you're
massive
saying he
personal gain.
did. I'm saying what is the damage? Because you have to
Because they
accept...
lie about the royal family.
No, the damage. Let's focus on that word, because you accept
Let me give
that
you an
they are
example.
not popular
Let me give you an
with
example.
the younger
Let me
population.
give you an example.
I would like to explain
What
what
about
the damage...
calling them a bunch of callous racists without any evidence?
The
Right,
damage
where
they've
is the
done,
damage?
Paula,
What
the
is the
damage
damage?
they've
What about
done,
through the Commonwealth, the damage for calling them racist?
the damage. Can I explain what I perceive to be Piers and Tom
The
from a
issue
different
about
generation?
colonialism goes far further than Harry and Meghan.
But they
Piers,
said
and
it
you know
wasn't
that.
true.
Where is the
Far
evidence
further
for the
than that.
racism? There isn't any.
These two old crusties, what they love more than anything in
Old
the world
crusties, wow.
is the monarchy.
Surprised you
And
didn't call us
Harry and
white
Meghan
crusties.
turned their backs on the monarchy, the Britain's beloved monarchy, and that has wounded
No,
dinosaurs
Tessa.
like Piers and Tom.
Tessa.
They're not allowed freedom of choice.
Tessa.
That is the truth,
Tessa.
Paula. They're not allowed to
And
know.
that is the
You want them
damage.
to be like Sophie and Edward.
Tessa.
You know, they couldn't make it in the media world, so they became the
Actually,
beautiful
hugely
Duke and
admiring of
Duchess.
Sophie and Edward's
I know,
work
I know,
ethic.
and
Work
I am
ethic.
too. And I'm too.
On
but-
behalf of the country,
But why
yes.
should Harry and Meghan have to be like them?
Because they didn't leave the monarchy.
And they lied
If they
to
had
Oprah
left the
Winfrey.
monarchy and given up their titles and gone and been celebrities in California, no problem.
You
right?
want
It's the fact
Harry
they want to
and
have their
Meghan
royal
to go-
cake and eat it.
You want them
they
to-
want to be royals
No.
while dumping
No,
on the royals.
They are royals.
And dumping
It's not
on
that
the
they
monarchy.
want to be. Let's be clear. They are royals, and what you want them to do is to scurry and hide underneath
I
the
want
rock.
them to stop lying.
They
I
are
want
not
them to
going to
stop
do
Lying and
that.
stop
Stop
trashing
lying.
the royal family.
But they haven't lied recently. All they've done is
Recently!
lie. No, let's be
Oh
clear.
my God.
Let's be
And by the
clear.
way, what about this priceless nugget to end on? People magazine, which is one of the most gossipy magazines in the world, America's #1 gossip magazine, today did a post on X, in which they said that Prince Harry had emailed them his personal thoughts about his 40th birthday.
Is that your source?
On Sunday.
The People magazine?
Here's my thoughts. Prince Privacy, the guy who sues every publication he can think of for invading his privacy, is now emailing America's #1 gossip magazine to give them all the inside lowdown on his
That's your
40th
source.
birthday. You
Yes.
literally
Twitter.
couldn't make it up.
Piers nailed it when he said they want to have their royal cake and eat it too. They want to keep the titles, keep the fame, but also keep trashing the very institution that gave them that platform. If Harry and Meghan were truly about freedom and breaking away from the monarchy, they'd drop the titles, stop calling themselves Duke and Duchess, and live as regular celebrities. But no, they need those royal titles to keep their brand alive. Without them, what are they? Just two celebrities in California trying to cling to relevance. Strip the titles, let's see how they fare as plain old Harry and Meghan. The public is tired of the constant whining and victim narrative. They've burned bridges with the royal family, they've manipulated the media, and now they're trying to play the system for as long as they can. Meghan and Harry don't want freedom, they want control. Control over their narrative, their image, and the ability to cash in on a royal legacy they continually disrespect. They need to stop lying, stop trashing their family, and face the reality that you can't have it both ways.
As with all things Meghan and Harry, it would seem, the truth just doesn't really exist in their world. It's their truth, their version of it.